Welcome back. You join us as we've just finished the Grand Union Canal Paddington Arm, and we have joined the Grand Union proper. That direction goes off up to Braunstone and Birmingham, but we're going to head down this way and start heading back into London again. Like a supermarket with an official visitor mooring. Got car park just one side of the hedge and boat parking just the other side of the hedge. Ooh, we've got some interesting canal features here. We've got a couple of docks. Not sure if wet docks or dry docks, but a couple of dock buildings where they can put boats in for works or painting or so on. Oh, it says there on the building, wet and dry docks. So wet dock for basic work and dry dock for work on the hull. Up here again you've got a combination of those narrow boats and then cabins on a barge. Is that a two-layer cabin on a barge up there? These are really stretching the definition of boat, aren't they? That one's even got a conservatory. Quite a stack of soft drinks over there, and whatever's under that one over there as well. Hello, preening swans. Afternoon. Magnet fishing seems to be a popular pastime around here. Wrought iron decorations in their windows. Well, I suppose decorations and or security. There's two sides to everything. And there's a branch there to bash my head on. Ooh, two pairs of swans. Well, these ones look like juveniles. I suppose young adults I should call them, shouldn't I? Is this the first proper arched canal bridge we've seen on this? I lose track.
If it's not the first, it's certainly one of the few.
Yeah.
We haven't seen many.
We started so many weeks ago now, I can't remember. And this gives an idea, I hadn't spotted the number on the previous one. This gives an idea of how long the Grand Union Canal is. This is bridge 202. Proper shaped arched canal bridge. Probably not ideal to have the wildlife rummaging through the copious amounts of rubbish on the bottom of the canal. think the ones with the white bums are juveniles. Nappies floating in the canal, just what you want. I don't know what I think of modern housing developments next to canals. I mean, it's nice and all, but it's also that sort of impersonal modern block of flats thing going on. I hope the flats at the top of that block are wider than the ones lower down, because they're certainly shallower. Uh-oh. Does this show up on video? How much water there is inside that boat? I don't know if it does. There's more water inside that boat than you'd want there to be. Hence why it's listing a bit. Looks like a CRT yard. Yes. CRT work yard. Confusing enough, this boat has 2 registration numbers. I wonder if the Lee Mean Clean machine is designed for working on the River Lee navigation, or at least named for the River Lee navigation. Slowing down because there's a heron up ahead. I want to see how close I can get before he notices me and flies off. I'm guessing not very. Oh, he's gone a lot further than they normally go. They normally only go a couple of tens of metres up the canal. And usually in the direction you're travelling. So then you disturb them again in a couple of minutes. I have no idea what these bits of fence are for. I'm somewhat surprised it's taken this long, but for the first time on this on these journeys we're actually walking in what I'd consider proper rain, not just a little splatter or a little drizzle. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it won't rain too hard that we'll have to just hide under a bridge for a while. We'll see how it goes. There's a half-size narrowboat in here somewhere called the Water Donkey. Can you see it? Half-size narrowboat on there somewhere?
On that common bit?
No. Well, that rain didn't last so long, so we're right again now. Shouldn't have said that, should I? It's just started raining again.
Yep. Well, I don't know, I've got splodges in my glasses from my phone, so I don't know if it's raining now or...
Some local geese, I forget what they're called, but as opposed to the Canadian geese over there. Local geese, I think I mean domestic geese. Bridge 203A, which appears to be access to a rowing club. I can see some boats on a rack over there. And it's a lockable bridge. Oh, there we go. The Sharks Paddle Sport. Well, quite where they actually access the river, I'm not really sure. I think there's a nicely decorated, this is weird. There's a bridge here, and there's a bridge there, and then there's a bridge over there as well. There's some nice decorations that we can't see because there's bridges in the way. Too many bridges. No idea, can't see myself. Oh, that's a footpath. You've got a footpath next to a footpath. Go figure. So you've got the canal bridge there, and then a footpath bridge there, and then a road bridge next to it. As you do. And it's raining in. Ooh, I think we've come up against a lock again. After no locks on the Grand Union Paddington arm, we found some locks on the Grand Union proper. We've just spotted on the far side there, you've got, these are long-term moorings over here, Northwood long-term moorings. And over there, that boat has in a little shed, shore-bound washing machine and tumble dryer, which is novel. But I guess you've not got space on a boat for those, so if you've got a long-term mooring, you can put them on your long-term mooring. This is Nord Top Lock, and I do like the attention dogs sign. It's a good sense of humour. Nord Top Lock 90. Lovely little lockkeeper's cottage, Top Lock's cottage. These tend to not actually be part of the canals anymore because you don't get employed lockkeepers on most locks, only on some of the bigger ones, deeper ones, more dangerous ones. So these tend to come into private ownership, but they still sit alongside the locks, looking pretty. And I can already see the next lock of the flight just over there. I think this is the Hanwell flight. This one's looking a little bit dodgy. I don't think I'd want to particularly cross that there. Nor would bottom block. That was a flight of 2. I find that slightly strange. And there's one of the side pounds over there with the paddles, so the CRT can let water in or out, presumably to balance various parts of the canal. Oh, I'm not looking in the right place. Looking very green and weedy. Just a winding hole in the middle of nowhere. Wide bit for turning boats. I say middle of nowhere, I mean not next to a lock or next to a bridge or anything, just in the middle of a section of canal. I mean, I don't like graffiti, but at least in this case it's happy graffiti. This boat here has a built-in pool. You go for a little swim. For heater under it, could be a little hot tub at the back. Now, if my backwards reading is any good, I think we might be in Three Bridges, or Segderb Erhut. No, I think it's Three Bridges. Thank you. This looked like a nice. Aha! I was going to say this looked like a nice canal bridge with the brick, but then it's got horrid steel. But this is called Three Bridges because this is Three Bridges. You have above us is the road bridge, here is the canal bridge, and down there is a railway bridge. So it is actually 3 bridges. This is an engineering marvel that at the time it was built no one thought was possible. You can't have a road going over a canal going over a train track. It's not possible. And there's actually another bridge there, which I don't quite know what goes over the top of that. Probably a bit footpath. I like a boat called Reg. It's a good name for a boat. None of these pretentious names. My boat's called Reg. Maybe the owner's called Reg. Mind you, this boat here looks proper sort of sail-y. Looks like something out of Popeye, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Out of Disney cartoon. There's a little lock cottage, just called imaginatively Lock Cottage. So this is the top lock, this is Hanwell top lock. 92, the Hanwell flight. Weirdly enough, it says on the CRT's website the Hanwell flight of 7 locks, but 92 to 97 I make being 6 locks, so never mind. Up here on these locks is not a place to trip up. It's a long way down. Ducks don't land gracefully, but I do love the little tail waggle they do to get everything back in order after they've landed. Ooh, you can see the bottom of the lock down there. Nasty sill that gets boaters hung up if you're not careful. This is another feature of the canal, is slightly perilous staircases. Nice slippery wet brick with mostly no handrails to get you from the locks back down to get onto your boat at the bottom. Bit scary. These have got really small pounds between these locks, which is why you've got those side ponds you can see. One just to the right of the lock over there, where they keep extra water. If they need it to level out some of the pounds if they end up a bit empty. You also get other things emptying into the canal. There's obviously a water inlet here because there's bubbles appearing. Nice and quiet out here. There's a little bit of rumble of Main Road, but you're going to get that anywhere near London. It looks like it may have been an old arm to access. I believe this is a hospital to our left here. We've got gate paddles and ground paddles on this one for larger locks to let water in faster. I'm not sure what this is for. I don't know if that's part of the lock or whether that's just sat there. Here's these levelling ponds. Got a whole load of control gear over here where they can let water into 3 different ponds to manage, I don't know, whatever they want to manage, and then presumably let it out again somewhere. More perilous staircases. I think this one here, I think this is the overflow from the pound above the lock, comes out down here. quite a speed.
What you got to do?
It's so shallow. It's like, whoa. It's a super duper wedding.
Yeah, this pound does look very low, doesn't it? This boat got a bit stuck, I think. Does look a bit low. Need to use some of the side pounds, but I'm getting in touch with the CRT to sort that out. And they didn't look like they had much water in them. I don't know when this video will come out, but we're filming it about 2 weeks before Christmas. So we've got a nice inflatable Santa on a boat down here. It looks like this might be part of the problem they're having in the pound above. That's quite a leaky set of gates. Go down the perilous staircase. Lock 5 in the flight, if I'm correct. So this might be lock 6, the last one. I lost count. We've got a river next to us, which might be the Brent. Since we're coming up on Brentford, that would make sense. Oh, we've got the Capital Ring. The Capital Ring is one we might do as another series of videos at some point in the future. Oh, this one's had a replacement beam. It's red oxide. Instead of whole replacement gate by the looks of it. It's red oxide rather than painted black like the rest. Mind you, these ones, none of these gates have the white tip on them. Maybe these are all newish. This is Hanwell Bottom Lock 97 on the Grand Union Canal. Hanwell flight up there. As it's starting to get dark again, as it does in winter, I think we'll probably leave you here for today. And then we'll come back here, and not all that far down there now is the Thames. So in the next one, I think we will be finishing the canal section of the walk and starting the Thames section. And from there on, it's just following the Thames back up to Limehouse, and there we'll finish the main loop. So for now, walk a little way down this way and find how to get off of the canal. There's the river. What is the river section?